first of all, thanks, Ed, for inviting me to speak. Ed mentioned, I'm here as a volunteer representing the Age Friendly Institute. Previous to volunteering, I was the director of an organization called the Massachusetts eHealth Institute. We were happy to participate in and partner with Aging 2.0 and the Age Friendly Institute to host the first Revolutionize conference a couple of years ago in October 2019. As Ed mentioned, Boston and Massachusetts have a really interesting and vibrant economy around age tech. Part of that is our Governor Charlie Baker, who early in his tenure, in his first term, put together a council to address aging in Massachusetts. One of the key recommendations of that council was that Massachusetts be and take steps to transform itself into the, quote, Silicon Valley of aging. I'm happy to say that is well on its way. One of our investments at the Health Institute was to help fund an incubation center called Agency with the Cambridge Center for Innovation Center, CIC. And so, but today, and there's a lot of different aspects. One of the, of the aging economy in Massachusetts, one of them is the Age Friendly Institute. So I'll spend a couple of minutes telling you about that. I'm going to share my screen. And just spin quickly through this presentation. So, the Age Friendly Institute, our mission is to advance, age friendly in all settings so that we can, help build a more just world. Let me move this panelist because that's getting in the way of my notes. Truly age-friendly world. And as everyone on this call knows, experts have used the term age-friendly for the last 15 years, and providers around the globe are innovating and creating age-friendly best practices to better serve growing populations of older adults. So, okay, thankfully, leaders like all of you from across sectors are mobilizing to develop age-friendly programming and policies to better serve this rapidly growing demographic of older adults. But information about programs and policies and how they benefit older adults and their families is fragmented and often hard to access, sometimes unreliable in its age friendliness, and it is typically lacking a first-person perspective of the older adults it's meant to serve. So in short, the information isn't consumer friendly. And at the same time, as we all know, ageism remains alive and well and encourages complacency in how we think about the needs and wants of older adults. And it's hard for older adults to know who to trust and how to be heard. And all of this is happening in the context of a generally and increasingly fractured media landscape and on the heels of a global pandemic. So this confusing information landscape represents the first problem for older adults and their caregivers that we're trying to address through the work of the Age Friendly Institute. The second challenge is that while cities, towns, states, countries, health systems, public health systems, basically everybody, and other stakeholders are mobilizing in big and exciting ways, information and shared learning can be scattered in separate silos. Truly impressive and important age-friendly efforts to improve the lives of older adults are emerging worldwide, but these efforts aren't always incorporating a shared language to describe what it means to be age-friendly, nor are they coordinating their efforts across settings. So we ask, is it really possible to have an age-friendly community if you don't have access to age-friendly employment or healthcare or underlying public health system? Or are these sectors talking to each other and aligning their impact? And if not, what can we do about it? So, we believe that there are two specific elements that would radically change things for the better in the world of age friendliness. First, a targeted mechanism for listening to and incorporating the voice of older adults into all we do in all settings. And second, a unifying effort to elevate all things age friendly across all segments of the age friendly ecosystem. So, that combination of needs and desires led us to create the Age Friendly Institute with generous funding from our partners at the John A. Hartford Foundation, which is a private, nonpartisan national philanthropy in the U.S. dedicated to improving the care of older adults. And through the Institute, we're working with partners from across the age-friendly ecosystem to elevate all things age-friendly, to help raise all boats, if you will, and jumpstart the co-creation of shared strategies for program leaders, providers, and stakeholders to deliver collective impact across settings. The three core pillars of our work are: first, our flagship consumer-facing nonprofit website, agefriendly.org. Second is our employer-focused age-friendly certification program, known as CAFE, which is short for Certified Age-Friendly Employer. And third, our stakeholder-focused work, including the Revolutionize Conference, to co-create and foster a lively and impactful age-friendly ecosystem that prioritizes the voices and insights of older adults. I'll briefly tell you a little bit about each of these initiatives because I know we're running short on time. So the agefriendly.org website provides older adults and their caregivers with curated, trusted content and invites their feedback about their community and about their local hospital, nursing home, and our ratings and reviews engines makes collecting the answers to these kinds of questions possible at scale. And what we learn when we listen to older adults has the power to inform and transform aging, because we're harnessing the power of the internet to elevate all things age-friendly and build consumer demand for vetted programs and services that truly meet the needs and wants of older adults. Through this, we empower older adults and their caregivers to seek out and insist that age-friendly services and programs are available in all settings. So this is how we're working to accelerate change for the better, by listening to the voices of older adults and then turning that into information that can be used to improve those services. Let's skip over the slide. Second leg of our three-legged stool at the Age Friendly Institute is our Certified Age-Friendly Employer Program, the United States' only certification program that identifies organizations committed to being the best places to work for employees 50 plus. Since the Certified Age-Friendly Employer, or CAFE program, was created in 2005, hundreds of leading companies and organizations have earned the distinction of being recognized as a certified age-friendly employer. We know that age-friendly employers are important players in the development of the age-friendly ecosystem we all dream of. So we're delighted to be leading this work and fostering frameworks to ensure that the term really means something in the workplace. And we know that an employment market that works for people of all ages is a critical component of any plan for post-pandemic workplace revitalization. And demographic changes point to big opportunities for businesses that could see the benefit of leveraging multi-generational workforce. And last, but definitely certainly not least, is our stakeholder-focused work to foster a lively and impactful age-friendly ecosystem. We're working with partners from across the age-friendly ecosystem, like Aging 2.0, Age-Friendly Public Health, Age-Friendly Health Systems Movement, Age-Friendly Communities Movement, and all of you to help elevate all things age-friendly and jumpstart the co-creation of shared programs, shared strategies for program leaders, providers, and stakeholders to plan and measure collective impact across settings. That's the promise of the ecosystem in all of our work. It'll take radical collaboration and intention to consider how we engage and collaborate across sectors to actively apply these concepts to benefit older adults in all settings. And so one concrete example of the work that we're doing is the Revolutionize Conference, our flagship event. Revolutionize this year will be held on April 29th in Boston. We hope to see many of you here, there at the conference, here in Massachusetts, where I am, together, and with the voices of older adults as our guide, we'll advance age-friendly efforts in all settings. And as part of that conference, we'll have a product pitch conference, and we're a product pitch contest. And we're excited to have been able to partner again with Ed to invite the winner of today's contest to participate in our contest at the end of April. 2 years ago, I was a judge on the panel that had the honor of reviewing the pitches from a group of talented entrepreneurs. And on that panel, the contestant from Nova Scotia was Paraglide, and we were delighted to award them the first prize. We were struck by the relative simplicity of their solution, the potential for massive impact on the health of both the older adults and their caregivers, and by the broad scope of their solution. What they're doing has the potential to help anyone who needs a wheelchair full time. So I'm really excited to see what comes out of today's contest, and hope that all of you will check out the Age Friendly Institute and our work and join us in this mission.